there is only one way to create real success as an independent artist. And I like to call it the trifecta. Now I know some of you are probably thinking, hold on, wait, what? If there's one way to do it, why are you saying just called the trifecta? Like, that means there's 3 different parts. Yeah, that's true. Anything that you do has more than just one thing that you're doing. If you're driving a car down the road, you're not just driving the car. There's all kinds of different systems that are in operation at one time to help that car move down the road. On top of the fact that there's multiple different things that you're doing in order to move yourself down the road in that car. Okay? So anything that you do is multifaceted, right? Meaning that there's more than one thing going on at the same time. But there's only one true way to have real success as an independent artist. And I say that because there's a lot of people out here that will have all these get fans quick schemes or get money quick schemes, all that kind of shit, right? And those aren't the way. There's only one real way. Now, I do want to have a disclaimer right here that I'm going to start adding to the beginning of every single one of my videos. If you are somebody who thinks or believes that music is not a business, it shouldn't be looked at as a career. It's not about the money, Harkos. It's about the music. It's about the art. If you don't like the fact that people like to refer to it as the business or a career, then this is not the video for you and this is not the channel for you. Okay? Because if you want to have the ability to live the musician lifestyle where you are going on tours and rocking shows and entertaining fans and engaging with fans and everything like that, you got to have the business set up. That's a business, okay? You got bills to pay. You got to fucking get food in your fucking stomach, gas in the fucking bus to get you down the road. You got to fucking pay people to set up the stage. You got to pay for the electricity. There's all kinds of different pieces that go into this. It is a business. All right, so if you want to live that musician lifestyle where you're just touring all the time, playing shows all the time, multiple shows a week, everything like that, living it up, living that musician lifestyle where you're just creating music and playing music and hanging out and entertaining the fans, there's a business that has to go in behind you on that, okay? And if you're not comfortable with referring to it as the business and looking into the business part and thinking of it as a career, this is not the channel for you. You need to go on and just go watch some fucking fantasy or something like that, because that's the fucking lifestyle that you're living in. You're living in a life of fantasy. Okay? So you need to go watch some fucking anime or some shit like that, alright? It's not the channel for you. Go fuck yourself. For all of you who are still around, who actually know that, hey, if I want to get serious with this shit and stop working this bullshit job and actually live that musician lifestyle, right? Be able to feed my kids and my family and pay my bills and shit like that off of music, well, you're at the right place. Because like I said, there's only one way, and that's called the trifecta. Let me break it down for you real quick on what the trifecta is. Trifecta, as the name says, there's 3 different main parts, okay? The first main part is social media. Now, I know a lot of you are like, man, fuck social media. Hey, there's a lot of reasons to say fuck social media, and I'm right there with you on half the fucking reasons, right? People are stupid, all the drama, the craziness, bots, all that fun stuff, right? But social media is the number one way to market yourself and find fans in today's age. It is what it is, okay? You can spend way more money and do the old school methods if you want to. Local TV, local radio, Sirius XM, flyers, whatever the fuck, right? You can do all that shit if you want to. But you're going to spend a lot more money, a lot more time, and you're not going to be able to find the result of your actions in as precise a way as you will with social media. Because with social media, through organic as well as through paid forms, and I'm not talking about bots or buying followers or anything like that, right? I'm talking about paid ads, okay? Real paid ads too. But by doing that, you'll be able to find out exactly who your demographic is, the algorithm itself will learn who your real demographic is and who has interest in your music and your content that you put out. And if you don't like the word content, hey, it is what it is. Every time I say content, you're going to say video. Your entertaining videos, right? Your music videos, your music related videos, your whatever kind of videos, right? Because that's what it is. The currency of today on social media is short form video content, okay? Or even some longer form like what I'm doing right here. So every time I say content, that's what I'm talking about, right? If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But anyway, you got to use social media in order to find your fans, to activate the algorithm to find more fans, and to grow, okay? And social media is one of the key tenets to this growth, okay? You have to do it, and you have to do it right. You can't be out here having your feed full of a bunch of other artists, okay? You have to find people who enjoy your music and enjoy the thing that you're about, okay? And we can get more into that. I'm going to get more into that over the next forever on this channel, okay? So I've created previous videos on this. I'm going to create future videos on this. And if you want any one-on-one independent advice, specific advice just for you, hit me up. But anyway, so you got to use social media. You got to use it right. You got to create entertaining and engaging short-form video content on a regular basis on all the social media platforms. Okay, I said big five, right? You got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts, right? TikTok, and X. Okay? Now, I don't care what your personal feelings are about any of the platforms. You have to be everywhere because people are everywhere. Okay? It's not like I'm saying go to MySpace. Okay? Not like I'm saying go to Tumblr. I'm saying go to the big five. Okay? Go where the people are. Hell, you can throw Snapchat stories in there if you want to as well too, or the Snapchat feed thing. Go for it. But you got to be everywhere, and you got to create the entertaining and engaging content. Okay? The second piece to this trifecta is streaming platforms. Now, again, there is a lot to be pissed off about and to not like about streaming platforms. Okay? But we don't focus on the negatives. Okay? We'll identify the negatives and figure out how to get around them, how to win in the face of all the negatives. So how do you win in the face of streaming platforms not paying shit? Well, you focus on promoting the ones who do pay shit. Okay? But also too, you use social media to get people to your streaming. And I'm not talking about spamming your links or nothing like that. Okay? When you're using social media, you're engaging within communities that you actually know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? So I gotta back this up a smidge back to social media, right? If you are a hip hop artist and you're also a hip hop head, like you know the address, the day, the time, and the music that was played when Kool Herc played that first fucking show on that fucking porch, right? Now, I don't know that shit, but that's about as far as I know, is there was that house party that really started it off, right? Now, if you're somebody who's screaming at the fucking thing, oh no, Harcos, it was it, then that's you. I'm talking about you, okay, motherfucker? You need to be on social media in places where all these hip hop heads, just like you, are having discussions about hip hop history, about hip hop as a culture, about all the intricacies about hip hop and everything like that. Hell, start your own podcast where you break down pieces of hip hop history. On this day in this year, blah, blah, blah happened in hip hop history, and go into how that changed the culture and how that, pushed hip hop into the mainstream, because hip hop is the mainstream. Okay. And now, yes, as a hip hop artist myself, I will agree with a lot of y'all that there's a difference between rap and hip hop. Okay. We're not gonna get into that right now in this video, but you got to be in places where you actually know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. If you make punk music or metal music or even hip hop music, right? And you're into skateboarding, You need to be in the areas about skateboarding, talking about skateboarding, and you know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? Now, if you don't know anything about hip-hop history, I would not recommend going to these hip-hop head groups, right? And this can go through any genre, through any interest, anything like that, right? If you're creating a specific type of music, country music or whatever. No, sorry, my dog's got wrapped around a tree. If you are making country music and you're in that country lifestyle, you need to go places where they're talking that country shit, right? Same with metal, same with reggae, same with every fucking genre, right? Fill in the blank. That's where you need to be. And you don't need to be dropping links. You need to be actually engaging with these people in discussion, not just on your posts, but on other people's posts, in discussions and everything like that, okay? And at the same time, you need to be creating your own entertaining, engaging content and having your links in your bio, either a smart URL or a website, okay? And then if people in the comments happen to say, are you an artist? Then you say, yeah, you can check out my music. My links are in my bio. If you want a specific link, let me know and I'll send you that. Blah, 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 right? But people are going to see what you're talking about and then go to your profile to either follow you or add you as a friend or whatever, right? And they're going to see your links and scroll down and see what you're about. And they're going to see all this entertaining and engaging content that you're putting out. And that's really going to grow you over on social media, but it's also going to grow your streaming, okay? Because people are going to go to your streaming. Now, don't put everything out on streaming, okay? And this goes into the third pillar of the trifecta, and that's sales, okay? Now, if any of y'all at the beginning of this video that I called out who don't like the business part, this is where y'all are really going to have a fucking aneurysm, okay? Because I'm talking about the money now. Yeah, you'll get money from streaming, okay? And just think about it like this with streaming too. Oh, streaming don't pay shit. Okay, think about this real quick. Spotify pays between 30 and 50% of a penny per stream, right? That's that 0.003 to 0.005 thing, right? I just like to say it in percentages because people understand it. Between 30 and 50% of a penny every stream. Okay, so you're going to need approximately 3 times the amount of streams on Spotify that you would need on platforms that pay a whole penny per stream, like YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, and there's a few others as well too. I can't think off the top of my head. But Apple Music and YouTube Music are the biggest, okay? Apple Music has almost 100 million paid subscribers. YouTube Music is getting close to about the same. Plus, it's YouTube. Everybody's got YouTube, right? So bare minimum, you can just go find your shit on regular YouTube, which has 1.4 billion people on it. Anyway, if you are getting real listeners that give you just 100 streams a month out of your whole catalog, right? If you got somebody who's listening to your music a total of 100 streams per month, which is not that many, okay? We're talking like fucking nothing. Like, what's 100 divided by 30? Yeah, do that math, okay? That's how many streams they're giving you a day on average, like a couple. Anyway, that is 100 pennies, which is $1, okay? Maybe you're thinking, oh man, $1 a month per person, that's nothing. That's $1 a month per person. If you get 100 people doing that's $100 a month. Oh wait, now you're like, oh shit, exactly. It's simple math, y'all, okay? You get 100 people giving you 100 streams a month. That's $100 a month for you. For you to spend on ads to grow, to make that 100 turn into 2 or 3 or 400, right? And now you're getting $200, $300, $400 a month just off streams, okay? Like I said, if you're doing it on Spotify, you gotta do 3 times that, okay? You gotta have 300 people giving you 100 streams a month just to get $100 on Spotify, as opposed to Apple Music, iTunes, or Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon, Napster, all these other places, right? Tidal. Okay? It's easy to be done. And you can start getting a couple $100 a month. Okay? That's nothing. Nothing. Okay? It's pretty easy if you find people who actually enjoy your music. Not spam links, not getting a bunch of people just to listen to one time. I'm talking about people who actually enjoy it. And those people are also going to be where you get your sales. And your sales are going to come from your website. Now, if you don't have a website, you're fucked up, 100%. Because we're talking about that music business. Every business has a website, and you're not a business if you don't have a website, especially an online business. An online business, you have to have a website. You can't take money from people and expect to make money off of music if you can't take that money from them and you can't sell them something. Okay? You just can't. And see, that's one area right there. Like I said, I'm going to be breaking this down in more detail over future videos on this channel. And we're going to be going through each individual thing step by step. Right? Really going to start giving you a lot of detailed sauce on this channel. But you are going to... Yeah, so what I was saying is, I keep seeing people say this all the time. They'll be like, oh, you know, there's no money in music, you know, shit like that, right? And then they don't even have a website. Like, fuck, bare minimum have a Bandcamp, right? Bare minimum. But I'll see people without a Bandcamp and with no website bitching about this shit. I'm like, of course there's no money in music. You're not giving people the availability to give you money, okay? You're not, 100%, okay? You got to have a website, because on your website, you'll be able to get all the sales. And I'm not talking about just music sales either. Merchandise sales, live show sales, right? Maybe you want to do some live stream shows, all right? You can fucking charge $5 a person to fucking do a live stream show or something like that. And your hardcore fans will have no problem giving you $5 a month for a live stream show, right? Or just a live stream where they can interact with you and you can sit down and you're talking about that shit that you're all about, whether it's, you know, country shit or, you know, hip hop history or, you know, skater lifestyle or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that makes you you and that allows you hobbies and interests that allow you to connect with your fan base on a deeper level more than just the music, right? You can do that with a live stream of some kind. You know, you can have an insider program, get people $5 a month, right? You know, oh man, that's only $5 a month per person. Again, simple math, motherfuckers. $5 a month times 100 people is $500 a month, okay? Times 12 months, that's $6,000 a year, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but most people, $500 a month, that's a rent payment, a car payment, or at least a good chunk on them, okay? Now, depending on where you live, you know, but $500 a month. Think about what you could do with an extra $500 a month. What would that pay in your life, okay? I mean, bare minimum, it's going to give you $500 a month to spend on ads to grow that 100 people in your insider program to a couple hundred people, right? You get 1,000 people in there eventually over, you know, a few years. You end up working your way up to getting 1,000 people in that insider program. That's $5,000 a month, okay? And you're not ripping anybody off. You're not selling them some bullshit, all right? You're just charging them $5 a month, okay, which is less than a fucking Starbucks drink, to hang out with you once a week, interact with you, get insider access, get the ability to listen to your music before it's released on streaming platforms, to have the opportunity to buy digital copies of your music before it's out on streaming platforms. There's a whole lot of different strategies you can do to get just $5 a month off of people, okay? And you will give them way more value than $5 worth, okay? So you don't have to feel dirty about, oh, I'm getting money off of people. Again, if you're one of those people I called out at the beginning, I hope you're really starting to come around to this idea the way I'm breaking it down. But again, if you're sitting there fucking be like, oh, it's not about the money, I'm telling you, it's not the channel for you. Because we're going to be talking about money and music. Because that's how we're going to be able to live that musician lifestyle. All right? But on top of that, with the money, right, with the sales, you can also have affiliate programs, okay, with other companies. You can have brand endorsements. Hell, you can even start your own company. Like if you're good with graphics, right, and you want to start your own t-shirt company or something like that, right? Clothing company. Okay. You can start that. Have it named whatever you want it to be named. And then you can just, what I recommend is don't say, oh, this is my t-shirt company. No. You just say, hey, I partner with this company to let y'all know about these great fucking clothes that they got. And then in every video you have, you're wearing some of that shit, right? And you just act like it's a fucking sponsorship. Like, yo, man, you guys need to go check these people out. You get a 10% discount with fucking putting this code in or whatever, right? And now it's your company. You're making all the money and you're getting people based off your name to go check it out. But it's not 100% on your name, right? And it actually works a lot better than if you say, oh yeah, this is my t-shirt line or whatever, right? People will support that, but they'll support it a lot more if they think that another company is fucking with you, okay? Now that's more complex, it's gonna take a little more time to build, but it's available, all right? 100% available. But in general, this is the trifecta, okay? All three of these components, social media, streaming, and sales, all right? You want a good acronym for it? It's I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I had to be retarded. But anyway, streaming, social, and sales. Those are the three pieces, the trifecta, that go into the one and only way to have real success as an independent artist. And like I said, I'm going to be breaking this down in more detail in videos where I actually sit down at the desk and I go through a lot of the details with y'all. So make sure, if you're not already, do all the things, sub to the channel, all that shit, right? But you keep checking in on these videos, all this content, because I'm going to be really laying out the sauce, really laying out the game for y'all. And if you guys want more detailed, individualized help, hit me up. Help you out, no problem. I got multiple different options to help you out, where you're either getting the education on how to do it yourself, or I'm just doing it right quick for you and getting it done. That way you can really get on the road and start gaining your fans, interacting with your fans, and everything like that. And then you can live that musician lifestyle and you can do things that you enjoy. Like for me, for instance, I love coming out here in the woods on a walk. We're walking in the creek right now, me and my dogs. If y'all can hear that sloshing around, that's them in the water. For those of y'all on the video, you can see. For those of y'all not on the video, you can't see, but me and my dogs walking through the creek, walking through the woods, enjoying life. And we do this every morning. And once a week I come here on this video right here and spit some shit about that music marketing, right? But every morning I'm able to come out here and do this. Okay? Something I enjoy, something I love, something that's great for my mind. Great for my soul, man. And if you have certain things that you want to do more of, and you want to be able to live that musician lifestyle where, you're making money off your music that pays your bills, to where you can do more of the things that you love, your hobbies and shit, as well as make more music. Go do shows, stuff like that. You want to be able to afford to go out of town and go do a few shows? There's only one way to do that. All right? And you can call it the trifecta. I like to call it the Apex Music System. All right? So, you guys want any more information, hit me up. We'll get that talking. If not, I'll see you on the next video. And make sure, now, if you're probably sitting here going to be kind of confused for a second. So I post these videos on the Music Making Sense podcast channel, and I also post it on Apex Music System YouTube channel. Okay, so if you're watching this on Apex Music System, you need to go to Music Making Sense podcast, right? musicmakingsense.pod.com, or just search Music Making Sense podcast on YouTube. Every single Wednesday, I go live reviewing artists' music and giving them some help with their marketing live, 100% for free, every Wednesday on YouTube. Music Making Sense podcast, all right, on YouTube. musicmakingsense.pod.com for the details. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you sub up to this channel right here, because this is where you will be able to get Music Making Sense pod, everything Music Making Sense podcast, as well as the Wednesday night show. musicmakingsense.pod.com in order to submit your music for review, or if you just want it played, you want to get some streams. We're talking about YouTube streams here, 1 to 3 cents per stream on YouTube, okay? And you get a stream for every single person tuning in, okay? So if the episode gets 100 views, your song gets 100 YouTube streams. If it gets 1,000 views, you get 1,000 YouTube streams. Catch my drift? See y'all on Wednesday.